Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We are here getting the no item run easily done on the Androids Extreme Super Battle Road. Everyone was wondering, when these released on JP, Androids was like oddly very, very difficult from what I could tell. And you guys will see, we do get tagged a couple of times here, but this team, I decided to bring all of the new units that have been... Well, I can't say all, because I did not bring Second Form Cell, but he didn't really fit in too well on this team. The only one he would have shared Big Bad Bosses with was 13, and unfortunately, at this point in Android 13's life cycle, he's not exactly like a main rotation guy, right? Like, he can certainly support the team and do some nice stuff. But again, I didn't bring Second Form Cell, but the rest of the units I did bring. Of course, talking about the new Dokkan Festival 17 and 18, Androids 19, and Dr. Gero, I think is the official name of the card. And then, of course, the new EZA, the sub-EZAs, the 17s, right? The Hellfighter 17 and then the GT 17. They're both GT 17, right? But that's a whole different story. But I decided... Oh, and then, of course, the newly EZA'd Friend Summon LR Android 17 and 18, who, honestly, man, they held their own in here. Considering we were only up against extreme class enemies, I really thought they did well. And actually, I was just saying how Android 13 is not really a main rotation unit. When he has that Red Ribbon Army link active at link level 10, man, that is a very powerful link. So all of a sudden, this guy is sitting there at like 250,000 defense or something like that. But in a lot of no-item runs, you certainly do want rotations, but honestly, you kind of just have to work with what the enemy has given you. So in a lot of situations, you're going to have to rock a unit in slot 1 that you wouldn't ordinarily, or you have to float off a very strong unit if there's an enemy attacking a zillion times on the end and you need their defense and such. So there are certain situations where you're not really going to be able to rock the rotation of your dreams. But we've got a couple of really nice support units providing some very nice key support. So I know that the androids, historically, they don't frequently need a lot of key, but it's nice to have it, especially if we would have run some other LRs on this team. So we've got the... Let's go ahead and start with the free-to-play androids, right? The Friend Summon LR androids, right? They're providing 50% defense and then 4 key. So they are basically the antithesis of the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 Friend Summon LR, right? So they are basically the same unit except buffing extreme class, and then actually they do get a lot of additional attack against super class enemies. So as you can see, they're not going to put up the most insane, crazy attack stats here, but they're greatly raising attack and defense on their 18 key, which they frequently get, again, giving themselves 4 key, and the androids team not struggling for key that much. And then, of course, they are lowering enemy attack and defense, and they do the same thing, except it's only a normal raise of attack and defense on their 12 key. So again, a 3.6. I think last turn we had a 4.5 or something like that. Those attack stats are not lighting the world on fire, but considering where they came from, man, they are very, very good. I think they're actually going to deserve a showcase from me on this channel. I think they are actually that good. I would really like to showcase them. Again, they really ramp up the attacks, the attack stats, that is, when you're up against super class. And then, of course, that was the very, very unlucky shot. We took a lot of damage in this run. You guys are going to see, man, it really gets down to the wire. We won by legitimately, like, the hair on our chinny chin, right? But of course, we have androids 19 and 20 providing 40% attack and defense and then 3 key to the whole rotation. You know, having kind of a, I don't want to say like a weak link set, but again, having that Red Ribbon Army link is so random, but it did end up working out on this particular team build with Android 13. I think it's pretty clear we do need an androids leader, which completely makes no sense, legitimately 0 sense, why the new androids Dokkan Fest is not an androids leader. For some reason, they lead this worldwide chaos category. And then Future Saga, man, the Future Saga, this was not the unit the Future Saga needs. Certainly it's like a good buff for a Future Saga team. But man, them leading Future Saga is just too weird, man. They've got all these android links. It's just weird, man. They just don't really... I don't know, man. I don't care for him too much as a leader. We get a very clutch stun there. Very free and easy, 4.7 million attack stat. These guys are fairly highly link leveled. I don't know if it really shows in the video, but they are in like the 7, 8 range, and then almost a 5 million attack stat there. So this unit is incredible, and in these first 2 fights, we were not able to activate their active skill because they started, I believe they started in slot 7, or I had to float them off early. I kind of forget how that worked, but as you can see, we got down to 298 health, and actually a little bit less than that. I had to get very, very lucky here. So the only possible situation in which we live happened, and where we got the stun last turn on the tech enemy, and then Rildo is sealed. So we've got no chance of taking damage. Again, having that Red Ribbon Army link active, having that big-time 50% support from the LR free-to-play androids, man, was just so huge. We were able to heal up to about 66,000 HP right here. Good, man. I mean, a good team. This is a very good team. This particular rendition, it actually really flowed, like, quite well. My original goal for the video, like, was to get androids 19 and 20, and then the GT androids on opposing rotations. It just ended up not really working out. I did float off the Dokkan Festival androids, so we will eventually be able to get that rotation, but, you know, again, the rotations that we got in the very beginning of the video could not have gone any worse, right? So here we are again. So now neither of them are sealed nor stunned. So unfortunately I have to pick up those tech orbs. Kind of is what it is, but he's rocking a whole fuck ton of defense right there, so we are good. Of course, both of these guys are raising attack and defense on their super attacks. They are very, very good. It's kind of funny, this whole team almost is support units. Legitimately, the whole entire team, except for the Dokkan Festival androids, are support units. And we're able to get a very, very casual no-item run here. This was my second try. I got very unlucky in my first run with a couple of unlucky super attacks. But beyond that, man, this was just like an absolute piece of cake. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it in the very beginning of the video, but shout out to all the homies that got this done before all of these androids buffs, dude, because this stage was very tough before then. So let's go ahead and get this active skill real quick.
もう一気に終わらせちゃうよ17号慌てるなよもっとじっくりやろうぜあっさり全滅させてしまったんじゃ俺たちの楽しみはなくなってしまうんだぞ
Of course, that is the Ghost Usher effect right there, which you can get with basically any number of enemies, except for 2 enemies, for some weird reason. Now, watch the defensive stat, watch the heal. So they're at 400,000 defense right now. They are untouchable by almost any enemy in the game, right? Now, obviously, we do have a fair amount of support on rotation, but still, man, that is wild, dude. 400k, 6.61 million. When you can get them their 7th and 8th orbs, man, they are absolutely invincible, right? Because that is a big part of their passive. They get additional attack, 70% attack when you give them 7 orbs. And then I believe it's tech orbs too. And then an additional 80% defense when you get them 8 or more key spheres. They can also launch an additional super attack when your HP is 35% or below, which I feel like we may have got that to activate in this video. I kind of forgot about that ability because it happens so seldom. But that is certainly something to keep in mind kind of when the chips are down, right? They can potentially triple super attack with, you know, raising attack and defense. Man, the Dokkan Festival androids are so good. And again, as I mentioned, like these 17s, they are able to provide support to the whole rotation too. They're providing 2 key 25% attack and defense. And then they are providing additional attack. One provides attack, one provides defense by 17% when there's another 17 on rotation with them. So they are a nasty combination, dude. Particularly this AGL 17, man, he is so good. And then this guy with the stun chance on Super 2, we do end up getting it there. It came in very clutch, man. All of these units, dude, this was a little bit scary, but watch. Dude, that's nothing in here, dude. That is nothing. That is nothing. I can't reiterate. Let me say it one more time. That is nothing. In this particular Super Battle Road stage, dude, taking 170k is so impressive. Remember that guy, when there's another 17 on the turn, he's getting an additional 170% defense on Super, so he got a lot of defense right there. And then the other guy gets a lot more attack, right? The AGL one. So we're going to go ahead and utilize this Ghost Usher again. No, I don't need to pause the commentary here at all. But, guys, you can see, man, this team is absolutely crazy. We were actually able to heal up quite a bit just from the Dokkan Festival androids. All we needed was that one lucky turn where we got like 12 key spheres with them, and they healed us up an absolute just metric shit ton, right? So we're able to get the Ghost Usher on the type disadvantage enemy. And, dude, it's game over. We're about to get the Dokkan attack with the Dokkan Festival androids. They're going to, you know, have a very good defensive stat here. Particularly after super attacking, their defense is going to be well over 300,000. I gotta say, man, after using the Dokkan Festival androids and just this androids team in general, the buffs they made this a viable team again. You could easily take this into any difficult content in the game. For sure you could. The one thing I would say is it does need a new leader. I really wish the Dokkan Festival androids could have been it, but just unfortunately they had them lead the Future Saga, which certainly needed a new leader as well, but I thought maybe we'd get to the easy A of the Dokkan Festival Trunks, right? So we get a 4.5 million attack stat basically there. The androids needs a new leader, but other than that, dude, they are busted. I liked Android 13. He certainly served his purpose here. He by no means was bad, and he got a couple of clutch stuns for us, linking up very well with this support unit right here. And it's GG's, man, but the only problem is this team is shifting away from Big Bad Boss's units, so we kind of need to keep that in mind moving forward. Akatsuki, if for whatever reason you come across this video, we need a new androids leader. Slap a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new, maybe consider easy-Aing MVP 17, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.